I'm Roy Potter, a former U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel. Welcome to the Potter Expositor. Ladies and gentlemen, today is June 15th, 2017. I got it right? June, not July. I said July in that last video because I had something going on in July that is just on my mind constantly. Many of you know what that is, and so that's the reason for that, and I apologize. There's no secret message or anything like that. Just an oversight on my part because of my concern for what's coming up in July. At any rate, the purpose of this is a real quick video. Notice, there's no frills here. I'm not wearing a jacket and a tie, and I'm not using any kind of a background other than the green screen because this is an emergency. As I said all along, we've been trying to get Trump to act because this insurrection within the government by the left, by the progressives, by the Marxists, by the New World Order has taken over, and the legitimate, democratically, constitutionally elected government of the United States, POTUS, and all of those people that were in the last election, are in danger right now. That entire thing is in danger. We have a clear and present danger, and I don't have time for the frills. I sent out tweets this morning to a number of people. I'm not going to repeat who those are here, but what I've done is I've begged them to go to POTUS, to Trump, and tell him that he must act and go ahead and activate Article 2, Section 2 of the United States Constitution. That a lot of vets right now would answer that call in a heartbeat. We don't even want pay. We are willing to stand up, and I know they are. So we have a clear and present danger right now. Sorry. So if POTUS does not act now in some way, and this is a good way, we can do all of the things that he needs to have done, because the federal agencies from top to bottom have been compromised. There'll be a lot of good people that will come forward from those, but the controlling mechanisms are corrupted. So I'm making this YouTube video to to follow on to my tweets. There is no other recourse. At this point in time, you have armed Antifa, you have armed Marxists, BLM, La Raza, Islamicists, ISIS. You have all of these people. That is the OFA, Obama and Soros and CIA army standing by. Even if they don't want to overtly use the DOD. I'm not talking about POTUS here. I'm talking about the deep state. The DOD and those federal agencies, they have this army on the side that can do this. But the enemies are throughout the government and, of course, in these other organizations like Antifa, etc. So there is no time. There is no more time for standing back and hoping that this will be fixed. President Trump, you cannot run this as a business. This is a government, and you, sir, you and the American people, whether they know it or not, are at war. It was like King Aragorn said to the King of Rohan in The Lord of the Rings, war is upon you whether you like it or not, and you had better act. We are standing here ready to answer your call, to root out the evil in this government, and it's not going to be easy. But it has to be done constitutionally, legally, and you can do it under Article 2, Section 2. So spread this out. Make sure vets get it. They can contact the White House with the White House number. They can look it up. Usually I'd have that handy. Actually, I do. Wait a minute. Sorry, I should have done this before, but sometimes I get in a rush, and I get so I'm not preparing. But you know, sometimes it's just that way. I'm sorry that I got emotional. Okay, the first line is 202-456-1414, and they can also call 202-456-1111. Now, these are mostly comment lines, but I have had people actually answer the phone there and take the information. So it's time, guys. I'd say the ladies too, but anybody who watches me knows how I feel about, you know, women being subjected to these military things, despite the political correctness of our times. All right. So that's my message. I'm going to get this up. I don't want it to be long. Please get this spread out. Let all the vets at least know, and they can call that number, those numbers, or notify their local GOP representatives. Don't go after the Dems. You already know why. The Democratic Party is now a communist, subversive, insurrectionist, anti-constitutional, anti-America party. It's obvious. Okay. All right, quick presentation out here.